Steve with a snake both in his pants and on his neck. We have Kyle with
Oh
a
my
trash can with a
God.
trash bag on
We're
his chest.
starting early.
And then we have Jake, who's soon to be finished with his schooling. Yay, Jake!
And he's gonna take the bar soon, which is totally not the most stressful exam on the planet. It's so easy,
Don't
right?
remind me.
It's so easy, right? Yes. So in the sports world, we have a good amount to talk about today. Most importantly, we'll be doing a check-in on how we're doing in the playoffs. We're talking about some key moves going on in the sports world. Last but not least, we're going to be doing a mock draft with our draft stream as well as the draft in general happening on Thursday. So we have some of the guys from the crew, including myself, on Thursday watching the first round live. I would love to get DMCA and have it live streamed for you. However, that will not be happening. However, we'll be reacting live in spirit, in time, to what's going on. So, first things first, boys. Aaron Rodgers is officially a New York Jet, as if we didn't know
Who
that was gonna
cares?
happen eventually. I care a little bit.
Honestly,
Steve
I think
says,
the Jet.
"Who cares?"
I think the Jets kind of
What?
finessed that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
A
agree.
little bit.
Because they didn't
Steve-
they didn't have to give up a first round pick. They still only had maybe next year's if Aaron
Didn't they
Rodgers
trade
plays 6.
first round picks?
Yeah, they swapped first round picks and the Jets got Aaron Rodgers. The Packers also got this year's second, and then I think it's a conditional
That's
first
sixth.
round pick. Let me go.
They also got a sixth round pick.
Yeah.
Steve, I have to know, why are you saying who cares? He's in your division
All right.
now.
All right. Well, here's the thing. So there's two stories to this. I'm a Patriots fan. I'm already worried to begin with because we still have the Bill. I mean, just to get into the AFC without Aaron Rodgers is tough enough. So I'm really kind of like in the acceptance of, oh, this is going to be a rough year, and it's just as rough. But also, I mean, you have to look at the Jets. I mean, even with Aaron Rodgers on incredible offenses with great defenses, has only been to one Super Bowl. And he has much better quarterbacks. He is playing with young receivers who he does not like to throw to. He tends to throw to his own guys. He has a defensive head coach who he definitely struggles with that. And he's also going up against, a division with some pretty nasty pass rushers, especially with Bradley Chubb, Von Miller. The Patriots have Uche and Judon. And Aaron Rodgers is old and not as mobile as he was before. So, I mean, the Jets won 7 games with an absolute dumpster fire of quarterbacks in their room. Like, imagine if you had multiple Daniel Jones. That's basically what they dealt with. So, they had a terrible quarterback room. They won 7 games. So, this is an upgrade. I will say the Jets are better because Aaron Rodgers, even at 70% of what he was, is still a good quarterback. But in this conference with teams that can rush the quarterback for sure, because the Jets don't have a solid offensive line.
Their offensive line isn't bad. I'm going to wait to respond to all this, but...
Yeah, it's not bad, but he definitely, I mean, granted, his was not healthy in Green Bay. But when Green Bay's offensive line was healthier, it was definitely better. But Rodgers isn't as mobile as he was before. So I think it's going to have an impact, but not as much as people think. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders, especially with you have... I think it's a hot take. It's a hot take because even though the Bills choke, the Bills are still a very dominant team. You have the Bengals, which even though they lost their secondary, they still have an incredible offense with an actual tackle. And then you have the Kansas City Chiefs that could definitely roll over the Jets with Robert Saleh. I think they're not as dangerous as people think.
5-minute rant, Steve. We're going to have to get some other...
Kyle, before you go, I'm going to... The recap of the entire trade.
Okay.
The Jets gave away number 13 this year, a second-round pick, a 6th, and a conditional 2024 second. They get back Rodgers, a 15, and a 5th-round pick this year. So essentially, they moved up from the 6th to the 5th round, moved down 2 spots, and traded a second and a conditional 2024 second for Aaron Rodgers. That's how I look at that.
Could be a first, by the way. If Aaron Rodgers plays 65% of his the games this year, it'll be a first rounder.
Yeah.
So you can assume it's a first and a second.
I mean, but that's not that bad. Like, that is really not that bad.
I'm not disagreeing. It's just a big difference.
Yeah. And
that's
so, Kyle, I'm going to let you respond to Steve. I think you and I have a lot of the same points here because I think the Jets significantly upgraded.
Yeah, Steve, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I really don't understand what they already have. Oh, Steven, I don't even know how to respond to this. They have Garrett Wilson. They have Corey Davis. They have
young
Breece
receivers.
Hall. Yes, but young receivers are extremely talented. That pretty much way more talent than the young receivers that Aaron Rodgers had with Green Bay this past year.
And he doesn't
Not
like to throw to them.
I mean, he
doesn't
got
have a
pretty used to
choice.
Christian
He
Watson
doesn't
by the
have
end
a
of the year.
choice.
He got
He
pretty
also
used to
took
Christian
him like
Watson by the
4
end.
years to get used to Devontae Adams.
Let's keep
Okay.
in mind, Alan
Hold on.
Lazard
Yeah.
is already in Green Bay.
Yeah, I was
already in
Hold on a
True,
minute.
true.
Who's he throwing
Devontae
to?
Adams also wasn't Devontae Adams until about year 3. So let's pump the brakes on that.
Steve, you really think he's just going to throw to Alan Lazard all year? Or Tyler Conklin? Is that who he's throwing to all year long? What the hell do you mean?
For a while, yes, because he loves to throw. People forget the ego that this boy has.
Steve,
He's gonna be an off-season
Steve.
nightmare because his
Bro.
hair.
Steve,
Bro.
he is not accepting this trade to throw to Alan Lazard and Tyler Conklin for 17 games. I promise you, that is not the reason he is going
Okay,
to.
wait.
Okay,
I'm
hold on a
I'm
minute.
gonna make two kind of additional points here.
Go ahead. Nick.
Robert Saleh will accept significantly less BS than any head coach that has been in Green Bay ever.
That's a
Just wanna
fact.
clarify
That's a
that.
fact.
Good luck with a 30-something-year-old quarterback.
I think
Steve,
Aaron Rodgers is
Tampa
moving.
Bay did it with Brady. What the hell?
Brady's
Kyle,
never
I
had an
believe
ego.
you.
Brady
Kyle,
never
I
had
believe
one.
you.
Big difference.
Rodgers has had an ego, but he is going to a different team, which instills initially a different mindset. It just does. He's not entitled nearly as much as he will be, at least initially. Maybe after some time that'll change. Garrett Wilson is 2 times better than anyone on that Green Bay team, even if you put them together. So the problem with the early on with him not liking those receivers that they had the most drops in the league through the first 6 weeks by double. The drops they had 30 something drops in the first 6 weeks. The next highest team had 12.
Christian
That's
Watson
an
did
issue.
get better throughout the year, but for the first 6 weeks he had some problems.
Yes, but really the first half of the season, and then by the end he was doing great. That 3 touchdown game, all that stuff. I think that Aaron Rodgers can be an issue. I don't think initially he'll be an issue, and so therefore it's not about how they start the season; it's how they end the season. That's how I'm thinking. I don't think he is. If they got him 3 years ago, I think he'd be significantly better.
Yes.
I think that the Jets are all in for the next 3 years, and that's really what
I
it
don't
is.
know if they have 3 years.
No, maybe.
years.
Honestly, a year. I honestly could see it being just
So
a
that's
year.
the issue. They're not winning the Super Bowl with this roster. That's just playing forward. And so was it worth it? And I don't know
If
it
they
was.
did, I think they've got a 2-year
I
window. I don't think Rodgers gets the 3 years. I mean, maybe he does. I don't think he wants to play that long. Honestly, the last thing I'm going to say about this is I think this move is completed if they do actually, at the end of it, are able to get a right tackle in the draft, because Mekhi Becton has been a kind of a disappointment. If they're able to
He
pick
was
up,
hurt. He was hurt all of last year.
yeah, I know, but
That's
he's
not
been
on him.
he's been hurt for the first 2 years of his career. He was drafted 2 years ago. He's been kind of a disappointment.
So if he comes back and if he's healthy with an actual good quarterback behind him, a little bit of motivation. You never know.
I think they need to go tackle in the draft. I think if they get one of the top 3 tackles, it completes the move and their offense looks really good. I love Breece Hall, and having Michael Carter Michael Carter in the other as your other back really makes your running game round out. The Jets are good. The Jets are going to be good, and they're going to be a threat in the AFC.
I
So
do
this-
also.
Go ahead, Kyle.
I was also just going to say that I don't think the Jets are really losers in this trade at all, because
No.
the draft picks that they're giving up are for next year's, and they're not going to be bad next year where they're losing out on a really talented prospect next year. Like, they're going to be competitive. At the very least, they're going to fight for a wild card. Like, if they are not fighting for a wild card, then this is a major L of a trade. But at the very least, I think they are going to be fighting for a wild card spot. So what are the Jets really losing? So
I don't know, guys. Zach Wilson's going to make Aaron Rodgers' life hell in practice every day. By what? Trying to fuck
I
his
want to see
mom?
that.
So aside
I
from
cannot
Nobody
wait-
heard
I can't
that?
wait for
Really?
Mike White to be both.
Okay.
Mike White's going to be both of them.
Mike White's in Miami.
Mike White's gone. Yeah.
Oh, he
no-
did with
we-
Miami? Oh,
Did nobody hear that comment? Wow, I got away with one.
No.
what'd you say?
I said Zach Wilson's going to make Aaron Rodgers' life hell.
No,
everybody.
we heard
I heard.
And then I went,
I
by
heard
what? Fucking his mom?
I
Oh,
didn't hear
Nobody
that.
heard
Aaron
that?
Rodgers'
Oh my
mom.
God.
Good for her. He's a dog.
Bro, what the fuck?
Okay.
Also-
What's
wait,
wrong
wait,
with
wait,
all
wait.
of us?
Hold on.
There is a very important part to this that has nothing to do with either of these teams.
What's up?
Need nothing to do with the Jets, at least. So the Jets moved back from the 14th pick, or from
13th
the
pick.
13th pick to the 15th, which means Green Bay moved up from the 15th to the 13th.
Yeah.
There was already whispers that Jackson and Jigba was going to make it to the Patriots. That goes down significantly now.
I don't think it does.
I think that the Packers could very well.
The
win
Packers'
Really
philosophy never drafts a first-round wide receiver. As much as they need it, they're not going to do it.
Yeah,
Before
especially
we
now.
move on to the Patriots, I want to quickly talk about what this trade has to do for Jordan Love. Before we completely
It allows him to
trade
start in the
teams.
NFL.
Yes, that's all it does.
Oh, don't
Is
get
that
stuck
really
on the cord.
all you thought? Oh, my fucking camera, dude. What the?
Bro,
What else does it do?
bro?
It gives him one chance to prove something, and if he doesn't do it, he's out. And if he does, then he's there.
I was going to talk about how it doesn't even
I'm
give him a
sorry.
chance, to be honest.
I mean, it
Well,
does. It's not a great
No,
one,
I
but
don't
it
think he has a
does.
chance
There's
at all.
plenty of quarterbacks that play well with bad runs around him, even if they're even decent.
I don't think he has
quarterbacks.
bad weapons around him. I don't think the weapons are the issue.
I mean, I do. They don't have a
So
tight
if he's
end.
the issue, that's the
Their
whole
best
thing,
wide
then he
receiver
has
is
to prove
Christian
it or not
Watson.
prove it. So, a point is though, that for me, like the biggest story around this, because the Jets stuff we've talked about that, we knew it was going to happen, we didn't know when. The compensation isn't a huge deal because it all kind of makes sense. It's not like they get 4 firsts for him or anything like that. Nothing crazy like Rudy Gobert. The biggest thing for me is that draft change, because now you have the Packers a little bit ahead of the Patriots, which sucks. Because the Jets certainly weren't going to draft a wide receiver. And now you have the Packers who very well could draft a wide receiver. So right there, you have another team in the mix
I just don't think
up
they do.
top.
We can get into it later when we do the mock draft, Nick, but I just don't think they take a
Because we
lot
are
out.
going to do a mock draft. We can talk about this.
Yep,
then.
I'm ready for that.
Wouldn't it be funny if the Packers actually do draft a first round wide receiver after Aaron Rodgers leaves?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be hilarious and spiteful and petty, and I would love it. But also, I don't think the Patriots are drafting JSN even if he's available at 14. I'm not going to lie to you.
No,
Again, we'll
Belichick
get into
likes-
that later, but...
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
So let's talk about some of our other smaller topics. Quick check-in on the NBA and NHL playoffs. So let's look at where all of these are. So
Alright.
the NBA currently. So the Celtics are just started playing, or are going to be starting playing at 7:30. They are currently up 3-1. That series is over. Everyone knows it. Everyone agrees.
Facts.
I think the Hawks know it too. Kind of is what it is. As soon as they lost that second game at home, they were kind of out of it. Denver's up 3-1 on the Nuggets. Or excuse me, wow. Denver's up 3-1 on the Timberwolves.
Denver's up on the
I read
Nuggets?
the Nuggets.
On the Doggies.
that series is also over. Blah blah blah. Not a lot to talk about.
Imagine
there.
trading
One series-
Hold on. Imagine trading 4 firsts for Rudy Gobert, hoping he can lock down Jokic, and him being the biggest disappointment all year, just to get smoked by Jokic.
Sounds about right.
I know a series that's actually over. The 76ers officially beat the Nets. I know I did that joking pick that the Nets would beat them in 7. They didn't even win a game. That doesn't surprise me at all. I wasn't really. I just thought it'd be really funny because I like to choose one pick. Either way, I had that team losing to the Celtics in the next round.
Oh, look at her go.
Okay, Clippers and Suns. I know a lot of people had the Clippers either winning this series or putting up a better fight. The Clippers suck.
Yeah.
Kawhi and Paul George are hurt like they always have been. The Suns are running them.
Why do we never talk about that experiment being an absolute failure? Like we talk about the Nets being an absolute failure. Because both of those experiments have been absolute
It's
failures.
been a failure for 3 or 4 years. That's the issue. It's just been a consistent failure. It just
But, like,
It's because
so were the
Kevin
Nets.
Durant is. Well, Kevin Durant's is a much more talented player, and Kyrie is noisier and bitchier. So that's why they made more noise.
Who's got? I think they have the same amount of titles, and I would put more credence to Kawhi's than I would KD's. So I don't know.
I mean, Kawhi did take the Raptors to a championship. The last time I officially was a Raptors fan. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Other series. So
Are
now
you
we're getting
officially
a
a
series.
Celtics fan now?
I've been for like 3 years now.
Oh shit.
So now we're getting a series that are a little bit more surprised and are kind of where we expect them to be. The Warriors Kings at a 2-2 series. That is exactly where I expect it to be. I still think the Kings take it out even though they lose Game 5. That's my guess.
I thought you said the Warriors beat them in 7.
Maybe.
I took the Kings in 7. I thought Nick was harping on the
you're
Warriors
right.
experience.
I had the Grizzlies getting revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I did.
I'm gonna stick up for the Kings here and say they get this in 7.
But I did say I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings beat them. In fact, I hope they beat them.
That's a fact. You did say that
earlier.
That is also what I said.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us agreed with that. The first series that so I wouldn't say the Lakers and Grizzlies surprised me. The Lakers being up, I did have the Grizzlies winning because I just like to choose one team to go all the way that isn't likely to go all the way because it's just fun. This does not surprise me at all. They had a lot more depth. I did talk a lot of crap. I mean, the Grizzlies did well last year. Truthfully, the Grizzlies could still win this game, but right now they're looking exactly as you all said, and as I didn't want to agree with, but I of course agreed with. Very discombobulated, not in the right spots.
I'm shocked at how good the Lakers' depth has looked. Between
Right?
D'Lo, Reeves, and Rui, like I'm surprised at how good those guys have looked outside of LeBron and AD, obviously. But like even Jared Vanderbilt isn't stuffing the stat box, but he's playing really good defense. That like their depth has really surprised me. I'm genuinely shocked.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I said Lakers in 6 or 7. I forget which one it was, but I am surprised they're up 3-1. I thought it was going to be 2-2, and then I don't know.
I'm not that surprised, only because I did see the Lakers at least winning both at home. Like I just see the way their depth has been since the trade deadline. They've looked pretty much like they've been playing right now since the trade deadline. So like this series, I'm not super shocked about. I am shocked at how the Grizzlies are playing though, because I did expect the Grizzlies to put up a little bit more of a fight.
Yeah, and they still could.
I will
Yeah.
say that
Like
I will say that Austin Reeves is earning himself a bag in the offseason right now. If he continues to
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
the way he's playing, he's earning himself an absolute bag.
It's crazy.
There is only one series that's completely surprising me, and we haven't
No, there's
talked about
two
it.
that are surprising me.
Yep.
Steve.
Only one surprising.
For me, it's I just want to talk about the Lakers and Grizzlies. I can't get over who disrespected LeBron. What's that idiot's name? Oh, Dylan Brooks. Yeah, cool. How the game practically ends is LeBron scoring on him. That's what that idiot deserves.
Did you guys-
Anyways,
By doing the exact thing Dylan Brooks said he couldn't do earlier in the season.
Yep.
Did you
Yep.
guys see the pre-game conversation they had?
I didn't.
No.
I don't know what they said,
Yeah.
but yeah, I saw the
That was
video
so
of it.
funny. This camera, man, I'm going to throw this thing out the window. Anyway, LeBron walked up to Dylan Brooks and was like, "You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Don't talk shit about me until you know me." And walked
Yep.
away and dunked on, and then did a massive dunk on it.
for that,
Absolutely legendary.
He probably
He's
deserved
not
it.
wrong.
Listen,
he definitely
Absolutely
deserved it.
deserved it.
Grizzlies are
Dylan Brooks runs away from the smoke. It's not even funny. He talks a bunch of trash, and then after every game he loses, he's like, "I'm not talking to you." It's
He
it's
talked
hilarious. He wants to be a tough guy, but literally just is like, "Nah."
Talked
Yeah.
about saying, "Oh, put 40 up on me," and has never.
Well,
had a
he did.
40-point
He went
game.
20-20.
Dude,
He did. He
Dylan
put up
Brooks has
20.
never had a 40-point game.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You want to know what
No,
LeBron
it
did last
matters when
night?
he's
He put up
talking
40
about
on him. 20 points and 20 rebounds. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now.
Those are the words
So,
of Shaq,
no,
by the
so
way.
I want to talk about the last two series. This is the perfect time to talk about it.
Yep.
Yeah, the Knicks are up 3-1. I said two series surprised me, but I realized what I was saying was not true. The Knicks being up 3-1 is very surprising to me. I certainly had the Cavs putting up more of a fight with how well they played and how many points they put up all season. It kind of is what it is. They're playing well. They are. They look like they're going to. If Miami wins, which is a series that surprised me, the Knicks are going
that's
to
the
go
other
to the
series.
conference finals because they're playing so well.
I mean,
Um,
I told you that Tom Thibodeau's team plays good defense and they'd have an answer for whatever the Cavs threw at them. I told you.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it for the Knicks and the Cavs. So
Wait,
if you-
wait.
Hey, let's go.
talking about the Heat and Bucks. The Heat are
Wait,
up
wait. Do we
3-1.
actually just?
Yeah, we
yeah,
did.
we
No, we
Hold
didn't.
on,
We
hold
talked about it already.
Yeah, we
Hold
talked
on.
Give Kyle a
about it.
sec.
Deal
Give
with my
Kyle. Give
children.
Kyle.
I have
Let-
to take care of my children. Hold on.
He's talking about his dog and his cat.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am talking about my dog.
Side
Actually,
note, Kyle.
surprise, Kyle.
Side
What?
note, Kyle. The Red Sox were up 3-0 after the first. We're in the third now, and they have bases loaded, 0 outs. So
So that over that I refuse to take might actually hit. What the
yes.
fuck? Anyway, I told you so about the Knicks. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move
Okay,
on.
that's fine. I did
That's
say
exactly
I'm
what I
surprised the
said.
Cavs haven't put up as much of a fight. That's all I said.
Told you so.
Last but not least, Miami beating the Bucks. So in general,
This
we
is-
said, and me and Jake at least, I don't know who else. I'm not saying you guys didn't. Me and Jake said the Heat would give them an issue in general.
Yeah, just in
With
general.
Giannis being not 100%, it has turned into a big issue, and that's not
Yes.
something we predicted or said because we didn't know he was going to be hurt. But knowing that, this makes total sense, which is why I said before I was surprised. I'm not really surprised.
I'm still
I mean-
kind of surprised. I mean, even
Yeah.
Giannis coming back last night and dropping a triple-double and dropping that game, I mean,
Well, no,
Playoff Jimmy showed up, but
yeah, Giannis didn't lose that game.
Jimmy Butler
Jimmy
won the
Butler
game.
won that
Won.
game and said "F you all" and did exactly what he couldn't do in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. So
It's insane considering it's like people say he's so quiet all year, and then the playoffs come, and he is the whole reason why they're winning this series. Like, it's insane, but I mean, and he's doing this against arguably the best defensive team, against 3 players that all got Defensive Player of the Year votes or Defensive Player of the Year. So he was putting up 56 points. This is arguably, without the context of this being like just like a first round game, this may be one of the best playoff performances ever, considering the difficulty of the team he went up against.
as Charles Barkley said, best games ever seen.
I
Yo,
will admit.
Kenny said the same thing, so that's a fact. Go ahead.
I will admit I was very wrong about this Heat team. When we did our brackets, the Heat had just lost to the Hawks and did not look good in that game, and that is what I was basing my bracket off. I knew playoff Jimmy existed. I am well aware of what playoff Jimmy can do. I am no idiot. I didn't think the Bucks would forget that playoff Jimmy existed.
Yeah.
But like, so I admit I was very wrong. Congrats on the Heat. They're doing an amazing series. I can admit when I'm wrong, and I was very wrong about this.
Well,
I took how the Heat played against the Hawks too literally, and I shouldn't have. So
well, that's the thing, right? Is that Jimmy's also doing this without Tyler Hero, who is technically his the second best scorer on that team.
He is not technically. He is
Like, currently the second option on that team is Bam Adebayo, and he hasn't shown up. So Jimmy has essentially just put the Heat on his back and gone for it. The fact that they're up 3-1, I mean, obviously, if Giannis puts together 3 straight triple doubles, I think the Bucks can come back and win the series. But that has only happened 15 times in NBA history, so I doubt it. I'm gonna take the Heat for the rest of that. I think they're gonna run into the Knicks and lose, though. So that's really where I'm at.
Yeah.
I mean, also too, all they need is just one home game, and they're gonna be fine. So yeah. What?
They just hit a
Grand Slam?
They just hit a grand slam. Let's go, Kevin Durant. Let's go, boy. I just looked and I heard cheers. I look over and I see him looking, the Orioles guy looking, and then it's over the wall.
I really should have taken that
7-0 in the 3rd inning. Orioles are trash cans.
I am so mad that I didn't take that over.
You know what's funny? The Orioles
Please tell
aren't
me you
trash
bet the
cans.
under.
The Orioles.
No,
Okay.
I didn't take anything. The
Orioles are actually number 1 in the AL East right now. So that's
you know what's crazy?
Behind the Rays. My bad.
I looked at that game and I examined both pitchers' ERA because both pitchers' ERA average 6 or 7 runs a game, and I was like, "There's a solid chance this game goes over."
What was the over/under? Was it 8?
9? It was 9.
Well, it's at 7.
I know.
So
Thank you, Nick.
and there's 0 outs in the 3rd for the Red Sox. So God knows.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you for rubbing it in.
Yeah, you wanted to keep
God
saying, hey, there's approximately a total of 7 more innings that could possibly be scored around.
Yeah, but you never know in baseball. It could
Anyways,
stay 7-0 for the rest of the game.
That's
What
true.
the
So
hell?
anyways, Kyle keeps
Kyle,
his camera.
fix your camera, dog.
Dude, I'm working on it.
What are you doing that's knocking it off?
That is it for the NBA. We're gonna talk very quickly about the NHL because we have a fun topic we want to do today. Kyle, we have other stuff to do. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this really quickly.
Take our normal time.
A's are essentially moving to Vegas. Maybe.
This we can talk.
Yeah.
About.
Yeah, the A's are gonna move
really
to Vegas.
Cool. It'd be cool. We've seen that the Vegas teams recently have moved and seen great success, both with the Raiders in the NFL and the Golden Knights in the NHL. So
By
it's really
success,
cool
he means sales and people showing up. The
Yeah,
Raiders
like
haven't had much
people
success, but
I do just want to clarify quickly so our viewers do understand. The move to Vegas is not 100% set in stone.
they bought the
It's
land. It's 100%.
I was just going to say it's 90% set in stone because they bought land in Vegas to build a stadium. So it's most likely as 100% as you can get. However, it's not 100% official. So I just wanted to say the exact report there. But
Yeah.
what are
bought
the
the
odds?
land.
What are the odds they completely rebrand, or are they going to be the Las Vegas Athletics?
I
No,
hate
think they'll
that.
rebrand.
They have
I do
to.
think they'll rebrand. I think
they should too.
It's a storied franchise, but I do think that they're gonna have to do something more fun, something more upbeat.
If they don't do the Gamblers, it's a huge missed opportunity.
They're not going to do the Gamblers. because
Bro, why?
Both Vegas franchises
What
have
about-
stayed away from.
what
from
about
the
Vegas
gambling industry.
Aces? Vegas.
Well, there's
Aces.
already a Vegas Aces.
Well, the Vegas Aces already
They're
exist in
they're the
There's two
WNBA.
of them. Dude,
but I was
No, that would infringe on some trademark things, and we're not getting into that.
But Jake, the reason that they're staying away from gambling in general.
That's stupid.
They don't want
That's
to mix the
stupid.
two.
Fine,
They
they
don't
should be
wanna
the
mix the two.
Blackjacks, but their mascot can be a pirate.
Ooh, okay.
But the
Alright,
Pirates
so
are
we'll do the
already a
Pirates.
thing in baseball.
Okay, anyways, we'll see as that
I said
goes.
the
but here's the
Blackjacks.
thing. We're
But you
gonna
said
talk.
a mascot.
Okay, let's
Who
talk about
cares?
the NHL playoffs. So there are quite a few close series. For one, let's talk about the most fun series in this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Toronto's up 3-1 on the Lightning. Let's go. Toronto might.
Blow the lead.
called
Blow
it.
the
I
lead.
called
Blow
it.
the
No,
lead.
no, Kyle. They might win the round.
I
We
know.
don't really know what the
I know.
Maple Leafs,
The
but they are
look
3-1.
so different. They look so different though. Like that comeback last night was electric. I don't know. If
I
you
hope they
guys
blow the
watched-
lead.
I
I
watched the
hope they blow the
highlights.
lead.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if you guys watched highlights of it, but that game was electric last night. I was screaming at the TV because I had the Tampa Bay money line, so I was screaming as they blew a 4-1 lead in the third period. But it was still, I was mad for the wrong reason. Well, the right reasons, I guess. But I was mad for very different reasons.
You were
happy
mad
for
for
Maple Leafs
financial reasons.
I was mad for financial reasons.
Yeah, assuming the
Mhm.
Maple Leafs cannot choke the next 3 games, I'm happy for them. They could. This is
They
not
could.
you want to be playing in this situation in general. Like obviously, if you look at generally, like you'd rather not play like the Bruins in this situation. But if you a very experienced Lightning team is not who you want to be playing when you're up 3-1.
There is no stress on the Lightning right now. They've
Yeah,
been
right?
here.
No,
They've been
no,
here.
Okay, other series. Wild Stars 2-2 matchup, extremely close, probably closer than most people would have expected. Still going Wild here. Still looking for them.
Go
Roll
Stars,
Stars.
go. Go Stars, go.
Roll
Go Wild.
Stars.
You guys did your brackets while I wasn't here. I would
Yes.
have been the most right in these, of course.
No, that
I'm
is
not
not
wrong.
true.
I'm not wrong yet.
The Kings and the Oilers, exactly as close as I would hope it would be. I'm rooting for the Kings. I'm rooting
Go
for the
Kings.
Oilers. I don't care who wins. I'm
I do.
happy for both of them
Mhm.
because the Kings are old veterans and the
No.
Oilers have Connor McDavid, who deserves
Facts.
it. So
I want the Oilers to lose so Connor McDavid gets a trade and actually goes to a good franchise. That's
You're
what I
just
want.
no. You just want Connor McDavid in New York. That's all you want.
No,
Also-
I don't care about no. I don't care that he's a race.
he's not
I
going
want,
anywhere. He's gonna
No, no.
stay there.
But I feel I don't want him to be an Oiler. I want him to be. He can go to any other Canadian
The
team.
Bruins.
I do not
go to
care.
the
Bring
Bruins.
him to
He
Boston,
can go to the
baby.
Bruins for all I care. I don't care.
You'd
I
have a
want him to be
conniption
an
and you
Oiler.
know it.
I would absolutely.
I
You'd
know.
be pissed.
I forgot about this on some Boston-related news because most of us are Boston fans. The other ones are funny. The Red Sox had a 9-run inning the other night where Masada Yoshida hit
Yoshi.
2 home runs in 1 inning, including a grand slam. So
What a
yeah, the
badass.
dude. I just wanted to bring it up because they reminded me.
The others are funny.
I mean, they are. Yeah, they're
The
kind of
Panthers and the
jokes.
Bruins. Is there much talk about here? Nope,
No.
because the Panthers look outclassed even in the 1 game they won.
We all said it. So
They look
Bro.
outclassed, and the Bruins don't have their top 2 centers, so just keep that in mind.
We
Charlie
all-
Coyle, Taylor Hall has the most goals for the Bruins right now. If you would have told me that a few months ago, I would have laughed at you. He has 4 goals right now in 4
Fun
games.
fact: the NHL should not have stopped Linus Omark from beating the fuck out of Matthew
Yeah.
Tkachuk.
Yeah.
Bro,
I wanted that
Linus
so
would have murdered that
The
man.
NHL should be sued for stopping that fight. I wanted
Yes.
to see that.
That would have been
Yeah,
high
'cause that was
quality
19,
television.
right? on the
Linus was
Panthers?
heated.
High
but he was
quality
heated.
television.
We're talking about 19 on the Panthers, right?
Yeah.
He deserved it. He was a little shit the entire
He-
game.
Steve, I know you're new to hockey. That's what he's done his entire career.
Bro,
you
let's
know?
let's not even
His
talk about the
brother's
fact.
worse.
Let's not even
His
talk
His
about.
brother's not that worse. Hold on.
Oh, hold on a minute. Let's talk about the fact that in Game 2, when the Bruins lost, Marchand should have dropped that little shit.
Yeah, because
Yes.
Marchand gets mugged every game. man.
Bro,
They-
like,
I was so mad watching that. I'm not even a Bruins fan. I was like, what the hell is happening?
Kyle, we're just used to it because he gets mugged every game.
No, I know.
Because he does it. He just gets underneath people and they get pissed off. And it's
I'm just
good.
gonna the last thing I'm gonna say about it is people would have gotten their money's worth if they got to see a goalie fight.
Agreed.
Don't
Yes.
ever stop any of those ever again.
I hate that they did.
I love goalie
thought
fights.
It
I love
pissed me
them.
off so much.
I'm such a good when
I-
it comes to hockey.
I just looked, and Alex Verdugo in the third inning is on his third hits, so that's hilarious. Anyways, next matchup, Seattle Kraken versus Avalanche. This is going exactly as I hoped it would have gone. I
Roll
think
Kraken.
that I want the Kraken to win the series, then lose, because I want it to be funny. I want the Avalanche to lose to the Kraken. That's what I have to say about it.
I
think it'd be
did
funny.
think the Kraken would. I hope. Let me say, I hoped the Kraken would give the Avalanche a run for their money.
And they are.
I am pleasantly surprised that it is actually happening. Like I thought the Avalanche looked very outclassed. I admit,
And
Jake,
Kyle
I know you were
laughed,
about
yeah.
to say
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I know you're about to say it. Yes, Jake, I know you said it.
This is the second time I have
Mm-hmm.
beaten you in a hockey
I know.
conversation this year, Kyle. You better watch out. I'm coming.
Better
It's
not
easy when
cry.
he's a Rangers fan.
Better not pout, and I'm telling you
I'm
why.
coming.
Congratulations, Kraken. That for the record though, that Kraken win last night in overtime. Absolute. That crowd was.
I saw
insane.
the end of it. It was crazy.
Bro, Seattle is a
Those
sports
crackheads,
city.
man. Those crackheads, man.
I'm happy Seattle's. I'm happy. Hockey's in Seattle.
I cannot wait for Seattle to lead a basketball team again. I am automatically adopting a West Coast team, and it will be Seattle. As a matter of
agree.
fact, I
I
think I'm just going to adopt every Seattle team as a second favorite.
I agree.
Minus the Seahawks.
Yes, I agree. And for me,
Roll Sea Dragons.
I agree
Roll
specifically
Sea.
because I feel like Seattle's the New Hampshire of the Northwest. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair enough.
Anyways, next series, we already talked about the Lightning and the Maple Leafs. We'll skip this series. We'll come to it last, Kyle, not for any reason. The Jets are losing their Golden Knights pretty badly. This isn't a surprise to anyone.
I will say it's actually not that bad as the record as
Three
like
to
the
one.
as the record suggests. Like the Jets have been fighting. The Golden Knights are just that good. Like to
Yeah,
be
they're
like
the best team in the West. They are probably the best team in the West.
the Golden Knights are just that good. Like the Jets really haven't. Look, I've watched every single game in the NHL playoffs for like every single team. So like the Jets, if you like watch their games, they actually have not looked bad. They're just not the
Well,
Golden
they're
Knights.
playing the best team.
Yeah,
It's just-
that's just.
I'll be honest.
I am going to
I don't-
continue to say roll Kraken until
I
it
don't
somehow
think that,
gets
I don't
to
think
the
that Florida's playing
finals.
that bad. They're just playing the best team in the league, even without
Well,
their two best centers.
No, the
So that
Panthers
just is what it
are
is.
playing. The Panthers are playing not great, not bad. I will. Say
They won a game for a reason. That game was
Yeah.
tough.
They did
And then last but not least, the Rangers and the Devils. Cal, I'm sure you want to talk a little bit about it yourself, but
I will. I'll go last.
the Rangers are super youthful, energized. They have a lot of energy. This is their first real time with a real chance in the playoffs, and they have a lot of push towards that. The Rangers are a much more vet team who made it far last year. They've had a lot of. This is kind of their second big chance year where they feel like they have a chance. Igor's doing Igor things, but even though
First one he meant to say was the Devils.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. I was like, did you want to say Devil? You said Rangers twice.
Oh, yikes. The Devils are very youthful, and
Yeah, there you
so
go.
on, my bad. The Devils are very youthful. They have a lot of energy. Hadn't made the playoffs in a while. They're looking really good. The Rangers, as I meant to say, look very good as well, but they have more of the veteran presence. They do have a few new pieces, like Patrick Kane, who feels like he hasn't made or had a relevant playoff run in a very long time, as well as a few other pieces there. To be honest, I don't think either team looks amazing right now. It's been a very weird series from what I've seen.
I'll get to that. I'm
Both
saving-
teams feel like they're getting schooled in the games they're losing, and then in the games they're winning, they look really good, like they're schooling. So it's very weird to me, at least, what I'm seeing. So
Does anyone else want to go?
Go ahead,
before I
Kyle. Go ahead.
Okay. So here's Rangers in the first two series. They could not be stopped. They were doing everything right. Their power play was scoring. Their defense was stopping every single rush. The Rangers were just on fire. When the Rangers came home, Madison Square Garden, the Devils adjusted, and the Devils were actually able to start playing defense. And the thing is, for some reason, the Rangers just have not been able to adjust to the Devils' adjustments. The Rangers just seem to be outclassed right now in the home games. The Devils did not look great last night. Neither team looked great last night. Like the Devils only had one goal through 2 1/3 periods, and it wasn't until
Blow it up.
stop it. Jake. It wasn't until a random defenseman shot that broke a 1-1 score and then an empty netter where the Devils took a 3-1 lead in the game. The Devils they couldn't get any
Blow it up.
offense. Wake up.
I'm
Like
just
the
trolling.
Devils
I'm
just
just trolling.
the Devils just couldn't get anything offensive rolling. And Rangers were the same way. Like whatever, it was just a massive defensive battle. And I don't know if the Rangers went into games 3 and 4 thinking the Devils were just they just like were taking games 1 and 2 for granted and didn't think they needed to change anything. That's kind of what it seems like.
That'd be
But Jake
weird.
I agree.
Like,
but
considering the
Devils-
veteran presence in that locker room, and I mean, they were in the
Yeah.
They were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Correct.
It wasn't.
And like our two of our biggest leaders, Mika Zibanejad and Artemi Panarin, are nowhere to be found right now. Absolutely nowhere to be found, and that is.
And you called this man better than Pasta.
Mm-hmm.
He is.
He's not.
Hold on. He's not anymore. I will say Pasta. Panarin took not Panarin. Mika took a step down this year. Not by a lot, but Pasta also shot up this year. But also, when Jake kept saying "blow it up," what he is referring to is idiotic, moronic Ranger fans thinking we need to blow
Blow
up
it
this
up.
roster, and it is absolutely not true. So cut it
Blow
out.
it up.
Also, really quick, I don't know if Nick mentioned it, and I was just blurring out. But did he mention the Islanders Hurricanes match?
He blew over
I did
it, but
not.
like, it wasn't.
I did not mention it very much because they're playing right now. Islanders are currently up 1-0, but Carolina is kind of running that series from what I knew.
Yeah, that series has not been what I thought it would.
Yeah, I thought the Islanders would
And
give more of a
it's
problem.
exactly as I thought it would, which makes me less worried if the Bruins would have played them.
I really thought the Islanders was going to give the Hurricanes a bit more run for their money.
So did I.
Hey, Borhovat, bad trade probably. I don't know. They made some
Agreed.
playoffs.
No,
so.
Horvat's been off.
So
I'm
that
ready
is
to
our
mock
NHL recap. Yes, we have our funding. So we are going to be going ahead and doing a mock draft. Now we are going to be doing this in 2 pieces here. Well, I guess it's supposed to be 1 piece. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing a snake draft in the order of which the draft is currently set. In fact, let me make sure. Have they updated?
Yeah, they did.
have
I
updated
checked it.
as of for the trade for Aaron Rodgers. So we are going to be doing this completely real. You can each person is going to have 60 seconds to make their pick. If you want to discuss a trade for a team, you can do so. However, you will only be able to take 1 3-minute timeout. That is how I'm doing this. I will quite literally have a timer.
Oh man, that's funny.
Screen. So you'll be able to take 1 3-minute timeout where you can discuss a trade for one of your teams in the future spot that you think may happen or may not happen. It is completely up to you and how you want to do that. We may not use those timeouts at all. We may. However, I'm going to be pulling up the timer now. Let me pull up a clock here. Okay.
And we're spinning for our pick too.
Yes, so that was going to be the next part I was going to say. So we are going to be going ahead and spinning for our pick order. Now, like I said, it's going to be a reverse mock draft, meaning we are going to go ahead and start with the first. We're going to spin the wheel. First person who gets a pick will be the first overall pick. They will have then we'll go ahead. We'll spin it for the second, and then the third, and then the fourth. And what happens? The person who picks fourth will pick fifth, and then the person who picks third will pick sixth, and then so on and so forth. So it'll be a reverse snake draft, just like a fantasy football draft. That way, everyone's kind of getting equal chances. The whole intent is that we are picking for the needs of the team. We are going to do our best. At times, we may not know what they need or may know what they need, but we're going to do our best to put that together. We're going to have fun with this, right? That's kind of the whole point, is we're all just to have fun.
That's a fact.
So, anywho, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to do the wheel part first. That is probably the most fun part of all of this.
Hit me with the wheel, baby.
So we
Let's see
have
the
our
pictures.
custom created wheel here. We have we have a picture of myself walking in California some years ago. We have Kyle when he was screaming because he dropped his coffee. We have Steve who took this picture unknowingly at a Patriots game that we went to, and then we have Jake here. So we are going to go ahead and figure this out. So whoever wins this spin will win the first overall pick, and then inevitably the 8th overall pick, and so on from there. So, are you ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so with the first overall pick, we have Jake.
Oh,
That's
big-
just what he
big
wanted.
dog,
He
let's
wanted
go.
it.
If I wasn't gonna
Okay.
get the first, I had a couple of ideas.
So we're gonna
but
go ahead and remove Jake from this. We're
That
gonna
makes it
flip it. This
easy.
is for the second overall pick, and that will be Kyle. Kyle's the
Oh, he's gonna
second
fuck up the
overall
Texans
pick.
roster. Fuck that.
That's
Yes.
okay. That's okay. Then we have for the third overall pick, and then also the fourth overall pick. Steve will be getting the third overall pick. Therefore, I will be getting the
Awesome.
fourth overall pick. So if I do quick math, I will not have the Patriots. I think Steve will have the
I think
Patriots.
Steve will
Yeah,
have the
let's
Patriots,
go.
which just
So-
makes it the worst. But that's okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna trade out of the
So,
first like Belichick always does.
We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep that just in case we need it for some reason. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I have my timer here. Actually, what I'm gonna do is there any way I could like? I don't think I can attach this at all, unfortunately. This doesn't count, Jake. I'm just.
You're
seeing
good. You're
if I
good.
can
You're good.
work. Okay. Anyways, let's see if I can mess around real quick. That's not gonna do what I want to do.
Oof.
Oh wait, this works right here. This works because we can see it. Can everyone see names and see the
Yes.
stuff? Are we good? Is that close enough, or do you want to zoom it in a little bit?
I can see everything.
That's good.
Okay, cool.
Am I on the
There you go.
Cardinals?
I did a
Ooh.
tad. I did a tad. So, Jake, so I'm gonna give everyone, if they want to take a quick minute here, I'm gonna start the first timer for 3 minutes. Reason being, it's the first overall pick. I want everyone to get a second to think about their pick. Jake, yours could be very well easy, but
It's
can do
very
as much-
easy. It's very
but
easy.
let's take the full 3 minutes. So let's talk about how are we feeling? Is anyone like what are we thinking here? How are we feeling? How's everyone feeling about their?
I'm
spot
so
here?
excited.
I'm very
I don't
excited
wanna
for
be
this.
I don't want to be the Texans. Can we switch?
No,
No.
fuck you.
Well, do you want to trade?
Um,
You want to trade picks, Kyle? We could trade picks.
What are you offering me?
Listen.
Well, you'd be the second overall pick. So
I
you
am the
could-
second.
You
so
would trade out of it. Is essentially what would be
Right.
happening. So it's you would be initiating that trade.
No. You want the second overall pick. You initiate the trade.
Okay, hold
You're
on.
the one that's trading up.
No, but I have all
Also-
of the teams I'm supporting, though. That's the whole point, Kyle.
Let-
Is that we're supposed to be trading for the teams we're supporting.
Also, hold on a minute. Just so we're all very clear, I'm doing this from what I would do as the team. I'm not looking at what their obviously I'm looking at what their
That's-
team needs are, but I'm doing this from
Yeah.
perspective of what I would do.
That's
I'm not
what
gonna
I'm
look in their
trying to do,
GM.
right?
I don't give a fuck what their GM is gonna do. I'm gonna do the right thing.
Yep.
We're gonna do what we think they should do, which is why the Patriots pick's probably about as far off as we could possibly do, no matter who we pick. So
That's a fact.
because God knows they chose, a lineman last year who nobody knew who he was. He went to Chattanooga, which is barely a basketball school. So
I'm
I
ready
think we're
whenever
all
you
good to
are.
go. Yes, Jake. Please feel free to
Listen,
go with your pick.
I'm not hesitating. If I'm the Carolina Panthers, everybody knows they're going Bryce Young first overall, and I'm going to do the same.
Mhm.
Bryce Young is QB1 in this class, as I have explained in our top 10 quarterback evaluations video, which if you haven't checked it out, you should go look at that on the channel. I'm going Bryce Young. Easy done. Goodbye.
I realize you guys don't see my timer. Let me change that, but the timer's already going down. So let me do it this way. Oh yeah, this is much better.
There we
Okay,
go.
Okay,
That is a lot
so,
better.
Yes.
My pick is also a slam dunk.
Okay.
Texans 100% should not, and would be stupid if they do keep Davis Mills. So therefore, C.J. Stroud is my selection to be their next one.
Is going to the Texans. Okay, okay.
All right.
I don't know, man. That low
Oh,
S2
here we
score.
go.
That's perfect. If I'm correct, Will Anderson is projected to be an incredible edge rusher, and I think on a Cardinals team that's rebuilding, you have your quarterback. There really isn't a spot to really trade down to get a wide receiver. Maybe you could do that, get someone later in the draft because that tends to happen. So we're gonna take Will Anderson Jr., the incredible edge, because an edge rusher is always a good spot to start with your defense.
Okay, sounds good, Steve. So I am the Colts here. So if I'm the Colts, I am looking for kind of what is the future here. And now here's the issue with the Colts.
You have like
I
20
really-
seconds.
Oh god, I have to reset.
He didn't reset. He's fine.
I didn't reset. I don't think that the smart decision here is Will Levis, if I'm being honest. Although I wouldn't be surprised if they went with him. I also don't think it's Anthony Richardson. I think that they need to rebuild just a teensy bit longer. There might be a better quarterback class coming up. Wink, wink. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and
Hold on. Can we take a timeout real quick?
Okay,
Mm.
sure.
Who's got the Ravens pick?
22. I have. Wait, let me do math in my head. 24. would be me. So Kyle probably.
Dang it, never mind. Go ahead.
It's your Kyle or Steve.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was
Why-
me, but I didn't have that.
Why,
Okay.
Jake? Do you want to make a trade?
No. If I was the Ravens, I had a thought process, but it's okay.
Okay. Anyways, so what I think is gonna happen is, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I think they might do it as well. Although no, I'm gonna stick with what my original plan was. I'm gonna go with the best corner on the block. I'm gonna go with Christian Gonzalez.
Interesting.
I am immediately back on the clock, and this one is significantly easier in my book. They have Geno Smith locked up for another year. I think that, or at least another year. I think that he's going to do well here. However, the Seattle is well known to be fantastic drafters, and I think they will get people later in rounds. They're going to take the best talent left on the board. They are going to take Jalen Carter. I think that's almost a guarantee.
I like that.
Damn.
I like that.
I was honestly thinking about the Lions maybe chatting up with the Seahawks to trade up for Jalen Carter, but I still think the Lions, they have a very good offense, and when you look at a defense, you're definitely going to need. There are pieces you need to a defense, and the Bucks some time ago showed that even if you have a subpar secondary, granted they did pick up C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which is always a good pickup. So I definitely think the Lions are going to try to bolster that defense and get a nice little friend for Hutchinson to play with. So let's go with what is it? Tyree Wilson. Yeah, Tyree Wilson. Strengthen up that defensive line. That's going to help him out big time.
Ooh, not gonna lie, don't love that.
We're on. I don't like it either, but that's okay. Kyle, go ahead.
Restart the timer.
Thank
Yes,
you.
please. So the Raiders are interesting because I wouldn't be totally surprised if they go quarterback here. However, I don't think they're going to. They just locked up Jimmy G for a bit. I don't think they necessarily need to draft a quarterback yet to learn under him. I think they can kind of wait a little bit. So therefore, what should you do in that case? And I think that should be always build a good line to protect the quarterback you do have. And from here, I think the better offensive tackle is Broderick Jones. So I'm taking Broderick Jones over Paris Johnson.
Okay, Jake, you have 2 picks in a row. First.
Oh, this is absolutely ridiculous because I didn't expect these people to still be on the board at 8. Listen, if I'm the Falcons, I have a lot of needs. I still don't think this team is very talented. Their running back room isn't great. Their wide receiver room's okay. They have Kyle Pitts. They have some weapons. Their defense needs a lot. You could go corner here. You could go edge here. But honestly, I hate Desmond Ridder. Give me Anthony Richardson.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that pick if he's still
That is
here.
a very good pick. Yeah.
If he's still there, yeah, give me that. And honestly, this one's much easier. Paris Johnson Jr., protect your franchise quarterback in Justin Fields.
I'm with you on that one. That's almost a guarantee. Whatever tackle's still there, if they're still both still there. Okay. Kyle, with the Eagles, your old favorite team.
They were never my favorite team. Hold
That's
up.
Cap. They were in the Super Bowl and you're a fan. Go ahead.
They were my second favorite team. Easy, buddy. Here, I think he's available. I don't see why you shouldn't. Take the best corner on the board. Take Devin Witherspoon.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
Not the best corner on the board, but that's fine.
He is the best corner on the board besides Christian Gonzalez, and he's not there. So
That's what I meant.
Okay.
On the board. Like, obviously, Christian Gonzalez, if he was still there, is better. But that's
reset the
Okay.
on the
timer.
board.
Steve, thank you.
Oh, geez. Oh, my gosh. What do the Titans need? This is such a long list. They need, like, everything. I mean, if there's really good talent on the board, I mean, they already are pretty set at running back. So I think they maybe might try and go for a wide receiver. But it is 11. It is kind of early. But I could definitely see if the Texans wanted to trade up or Green Bay wanted to trade up, they could definitely pursue that if they can still get a wide receiver. But I think realistically, the Titans would maybe push to get a wide receiver. So let's go with who's the first one I see here? Jackson Smith.
I don't know.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, just pull it.
No, come on, Steve. I was gonna set you up perfectly. Oh, you stink. Okay.
I do not agree with that pick, by the way, but I understand why you made
I don't
it.
agree with Devin Witherspoon. I genuinely think that Bijan Robinson would go to the Eagles if he's still there.
I agree with you, Nick. That's what I thought he was going to say, to be quite honest with you.
Okay,
I was
so
kinda
we're looking
surprised
at the
myself.
Titans now.
Texans.
Anyways, Texans, so I meant Jesus Christ. Okay.
Did you want him for the Patriots? I can reset it.
No.
Just,
But-
30 seconds.
They already got their quarterback. They need to get the someone to help him because God knows they only have a Laramie Tunsil. So they need someone to keep him alive. However, the more I think about that, they've been through running back hell. Bijan Robinson makes it to them. It's very likely that he goes here. They have a lot of picks to go later. They have a lot of picks to go that would allow them to get tackles later. It is a deep tackle draft. It's also a deep tight end draft. So there's some other options for them later down.
Not gonna lie, Nick, I've never seen that mocked, and I fucking love it.
I think it's
I fucking love
When was
it.
the last time they had a good running back consistently? They had Philip Lindsay, who's now in the CFL. Or
I mean,
the
they do have
XFL.
Damian Pierce, but okay.
That's true.
but
They
he
did him
is
last
coming
year,
off
so
what,
maybe
an
that's wrong.
ACL tear though.
Oh, okay,
so
you've
I
got the
don't know.
Packers on the board. What are you doing, Nick?
With Will Levis on the board. Oh no!
Yeah.
No way the Packers made the
Washington-
right decision, right?
Washington's not calling, so
20 seconds.
bro, you're gonna have to pull a trigger.
Dude, they always do something stupid, bro. So they're gonna grab.
Give him like an edge rusher, something.
They're gonna grab.
I was
Nolan
gonna
Smith.
say they're gonna go
Yeah.
Lucas Van Ness or Nolan Smith. That's
Yeah,
what it's
they
gonna
always
go.
do something stupid. So let's go. Patriots on the board. Steve.
All right, the Patriots are gonna pick up the phone and hit up Washington. Hey, do you guys want to trade up and get Will Levis? Because we're totally gonna pick him up because we're kind of sick of Mac Jones. This is Bill Belichick, by the way.
I'm gonna pause this.
The
had a
answer is
problem-
fuck no, because you're not gonna draft Will Levis.
Well, that is disrespectful language from an owner who just got bought out. So I think you should treat me with a little bit more respect. Sorry, I have a little bit too much emotion from about Bill Belichick, but I mean, Will Levis is there, but I don't think we should pick up a quarterback. I mean, and we don't really need another edge rusher. I mean, yeah, we're actually going to take that pick. We're going to call the Cardinals. We're going to trade that first-round pick for Buda Baker and DeAndre Hopkins.
That's not happening.
Oh, wait, no. So, Cardinals, do you guys want them? Do you want the first-round pick for 2 players?
Are those already?
Bro, what?
No, like, offer to the Cardinals. We give
Steve,
them our
you're
first-round
the
pick.
Steve, you are the Cardinals.
Oh, hey, I'm going to do this real quick. No, but, like, that's the Cardinals pick. But I'm saying we give the Cardinals our first-round pick, and we
Please tell me
take
this, lad.
Hopkins and Buda Baker.
Here's the issue. I have to go with it, right?
I don't. If it doesn't accept it, just automatically be like, absolutely. fucking
Hopkins,
not.
Baker in the first round.
Our
First
14.
round. Yeah.
It's 14, Nick, not 2024. I guarantee
But
you
so
that
in the-
doesn't go through. Thank the Lord. No, actually draft.
We'll take the next available receiver. Yeah, Jordan Addison. I think that's him. Yeah.
Good receiver, slot guy. Not ideal, but we have Devontae Parker. So anyway.
Yeah.
To your text, Kyle. No, I don't want him.
Anyways,
Just so
we are
everyone-
moving to Kyle. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kyle. I'll even pause it
Just-
for you since you're gonna.
Just so everyone knows, I was joking with Jake earlier when it was brought up in our group chat that we were doing this. I said, if for whatever reason I become the Jets, I'm going to immediately trade Aaron Rodgers. So as soon as I found out that I was drafting as the Jets, I texted Jake and said, do you want Aaron Rodgers? So Nick and Steve, I will do the due diligence and offer Aaron Rodgers to you guys. All right, fair enough. So anyway,
Get the fuck out of here. Thank you.
Anyways,
Is that Austin?
no, it's a friend of mine from a lot of years ago. He is a lot older than that now.
Bro,
All
that's
right,
Anyway,
you know what?
anyway.
You know what Kyle really needs to do?
Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse.
Oh, Lord, Terry. Okay, back to the clock. Kyle draft.
I don't want to draft. No, I'm just kidding. Well, listen, I'm gonna take the best offensive
Wait.
tackle here. What?
No, never mind. I'm being stupid.
Wait. I'm actually thinking that. 1 second.
Can I draft?
No,
my
1
time?
second.
Yes. You let him draft. Let him make a play.
He paused my time, so I'm not gonna.
Hey, Kyle, want to make you an offer for Aaron Rodgers?
Bro,
are
no.
Who are you?
Get out of here.
Seattle.
Are you-
Seattle.
Just draft.
What do you? Sure, I don't care. I'll do it. You
No,
want
I'm
him?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh no, we gotta do it now. I'll give you Aaron Rodgers.
I'll give you for a bag of chips.
Deal.
Mhm.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. You have 20 seconds.
I'm gonna take Peter Skarnowski.
Skoronsky, man.
Skoronsky, yeah.
Reset the timer. Listen, if I'm the Commanders, I'm not stupid. I'm not riding into next season with Sam Howell when I actually believe that roster is probably built to compete in the NFC. Give me Will Levis and don't even think twice about it. Running back to the Steelers, go to the corners that are available. Go to defense and click corners. I need to see. Okay. I think you could go a number of different players here. I think DJ Turner, Joey Porter, and Deontay Banks are all viable. I don't like Keely Rigor or Cam Smith. Emmanuel Forbes doesn't fit their system. But with the fact that the Steelers now play a lot of man defense rather than the cover two that they used to play, they're going to need a hard press corner, and it's easy to go with Joey Porter Jr. here.
Okay.
Mhm.
Timer reset. Back to Kyle on the Lions.
Who did they take first?
Yeah. Who did they take?
Tyree Wilson.
Edge. That was me technically,
Man.
but that's good.
Who? I don't even know what. You know. I'll give Jared Goff someone else to throw to. I'll have him take Quentin Johnson.
That's bold.
Okay.
Uh,
Steve, give me 3.
All right. Well, I got the Buccaneers, and I mean, offense, all things considered, they're actually decent considering they still have some solid wide receivers. They did have their defense was actually pretty lackluster. I mean, there isn't a ton available. Definitely cornerback would be really good, but they love their edge rushers. I think they're just going to make a dumbass decision and pick up another edge rusher. So let's go with Miles Murphy.
I'm sorry, Miles Murphy. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is on me. I have 2 picks in a row here. I'm kind of pissed because I was really hoping that Quentin Johnson would drop to the Chargers so that they could have the third guy that they've been looking for forever. But that's okay. I'm not mad. What's actually going to happen is that the Seahawks, who already they haven't drafted yet. Oh,
Yeah, they have. They
Seahawks-
drafted at 5.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, what did they draft at 5?
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. Oh, that was me. Okay, they love defense, which is what my thought process was there. However, they do need some offensive line help. It was definitely a struggle last year. There's only one offensive lineman I think left to go in the first round for the most part, if I'm correct.
Mhm.
And Jake, you can agree or disagree.
It
I know
depends.
Darnell Wright is more towards the end. However, if he is the best tackle left at this point, I think some of the safeties and corners left are a little bit overrated. And they already have such good cornerback
5
depth.
seconds.
Darnell, right. I'm going to go with my original thought.
Yeah.
Chargers. Oh, this feels pretty easy. Jared Cook left, right? He's
Yeah, I think
gone.
he's gone.
Yeah, they have
Uh,
nobody at tight end. So, yeah.
Well, no, let me think.
There's a ton of tight ends left on the board.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good tight ends left on the board.
I'm not going to I would like to get them a tight end. The problem is that their biggest issues have been on defense, especially in their secondary. I'm going to go with the best guy left in the secondary in Deontay Banks. I had already done a little bit of research on him as well. This J.C. Jackson experiment isn't working, and hopefully he comes back next year and he's better, but right now he's not. So
I like that pick for the Chargers. It's a good one.
All right. Well, here we go. The Ravens are in kind of a tough spot. I mean, they could definitely. I'm eyeing one of these tight ends to maybe attract to Lamar Jackson. Why give him another pass catcher and also another run blocker? I don't know which one of these guys is more of like a dual threat tight end who can block and catch pretty well. But I'm going to
Tell you,
take.
or do you want to figure it out?
I mean,
I
can just tell you.
Yeah, you can just tell me whichever one's
Pause
the
this
more.
timer real quick.
Yeah, Mayer's
Yeah.
a bigger
So
body.
go to the tight ends.
Mm.
So, Steve, if you're thinking right here, I'm going to go through the top 5 because those are all viable here. Dalton Kincaid is more of a pass catcher. He's not really refined as a run blocker. He's a great playmaker, but he's not a refined run blocker. Michael Mayer is the best of both worlds, where you're getting a possession plus blocking, kind of like Jason Witten used to be. Darnell Washington is very athletic, but he's not he doesn't have the greatest pass catching production. Great blocker, though. Luke Musgrave and Tucker Kraft are much more like Dalton Kincaid than the other two.
Ooh, I like the idea of Darnell Washington just being a run blocker, just like an extra offensive lineman. I think they're gonna think, oh, maybe he could be a really good passer, and they're just gonna make Lamar more pissed off. So let's go with Washington.
A double dip at tight end.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't mind it.
Kyle, Vikings.
Ooh, restart the timeout.
Vikings.
And you might want to
Also,
go back
Hawks
to
are
all.
up 30 to 27 on the Celtics.
Whatever.
It's not an important game.
Oh boy.
This team needs a lot of help.
They do.
Yes, it does.
Mostly on defense though. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'm torn between two. How much time do I have? What do I got?
30 seconds.
I'm
I'll
gonna
tell you
go
this,
with-
Kyle. Mac Jones
Yeah.
put up almost 400 yards on them. So
I'm gonna go with my boy from my favorite school. Give me Keely Ringo.
Bro, awful.
My boy.
Okay.
I don't even need to think about this. Brian Branch for the Jaguars.
Yep.
I don't need to explain that. I think anybody who's done any mock draft knows. Now, the Giants pick is going to be a little different.
No, in the Giants, they'll pick somewhere down here.
Actually,
probably.
I do need you to go to the offense because you're not going to find the guy I want. Go to the offensive centers. We all know the Giants need interior offensive line help. John Michael Schmitz is a perfect fit in that system. I love him. He's going to be a great center in the league for a long time. Great pick for the Giants.
Okay. To the Cowboys, which is Kyle.
You know,
I'll give you an extra 10 seconds.
extra 10 seconds. Thanks. I'll be honest. I think this is going to be a slam dunk for them. They need to replace Dalton Schultz, who left. So I think they're going to go with the tight end. Michael Mayer is the best of both worlds, like Jake said a few seconds ago. So I'm going to take Michael Mayer.
I like that pick.
Okay, Steve.
all right. Well, going with Buffalo here. Here's the thing, and now a division where you're going to need all the help you can get. You have a lot of really good quarterback play, and without Von Miller, they don't have much for pass rush, and you really can't rely on Von Miller to do all your pass rush, considering he's going to be past 40 with the deal that they have. So I don't know who's the best kind of bull rusher in here, but
It's Lucas Van Ness, and it's not close.
yeah, let's go with Lucas Van Ness. Get yourself a bull rusher. Definitely someone who can play on first and second down. That's going to help out with Von Miller for sure, because Von's a later down pass rusher, but you need a younger guy being able to take the earlier snaps to take off the load from him.
If Lucas Van Ness is still available at 27, I will have a conniption.
Yeah.
Okay, so other than Jake's conniption, okay, so I originally wanted to offer a trade to have the Eagles trade out. I was going to offer an outside trade for the Chargers to trade into the Eagles pick. However, I know that at this point, if this person's still available, the Bengals need him bad. Dalton Kincaid as the final piece to that offense.
Yeah.
That's also dominant. He's very good. I feel like he would have to go at this point. I know they could use some help on defense, but just another weapon in the system, it would just be another piece, another reason why that team is almost unbeatable at times.
Also, with like the defense that they had, it still was shootouts with other quarterbacks. So, I mean, if you can, just focus on shootouts at this point.
Yes. Now, the Saints need literally everything.
That's a fact.
The thing is that their defenses remain solid, but their offense has fallen to pieces. I think at this point, if they can't get one of those really good tight ends, I think they're going to go with a little bit of a reach here in Zay Flowers. I think that they need to fill whatever issues is going on with Michael Thomas, and that may not happen. So pick up the next best guy in the draft when they don't have another pick for a while. So that feels like a gimme.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is it me?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, they didn't really have their chance to get their star running back. I mean, they lost a lot of pieces on defense. And who did they pick up? What was their first pick?
They drafted Devon Witherspoon.
A corner.
Yeah.
They drafted a corner. All right. Well, it doesn't really look like there's much in terms of middle ball linebackers, but that definitely can help them out. But, yeah, what about linebackers? I mean, probably someone in the middle, someone off the ball can definitely help out big time. I'm not really sure which one would be much of an off the ball, but yeah, somebody just just taking over the middle of the field can definitely help relieve
We
some
have
stress
Alex
off you.
Singleton still, but what do you think, Jake?
Jack Campbell's the guy who's going to be the middle of the field. Trenton Simpson's more of a versatile Isaiah Simmons type.
Yeah, because you still have Slay, and Slay's still kicking around
Kyle,
there.
you want to take this, or do you want to work with Jake?
Yeah.
What's
I
up?
can take it. I'll take
Okay.
it.
Huh?
Yeah, let him take
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
Jake, I have an idea what I'm gonna go with, but I'm curious. Jake, if you disagree, let me know.
I think. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll tell you if I disagree, but
All right, fair enough. My pick is gonna stay the same whether you disagree or not.
that's fine.
I'll at least let you say if you disagree or not. I think the Chiefs' one weakness on their offense has been running back. I do like Isaiah Pacheco, but I don't think he is the full answer forever. So I think they're going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs.
He was one of the two people I was considering on the board, so I get that. I understand your pick. Click the full results in the bottom left corner after you get rid of the ad. My bad.
That's okay. Okay. Let me pull this back up and now make it smaller. There we go. Why is it stuck? You know, it doesn't matter.
It shouldn't be what it is. That's weird.
Okay, so Bryce Young going first overall. I mean, we had a pretty good draft here. There are some things I don't love. Oh, the timer's done. I was like, what is that noise? Timer's done. There are some things I don't love, but to be honest, there's a lot of things I do really like. I don't know if this will happen, but it's a pipe dream.
No.
Will Levis making all the way to 16 could totally happen. If it did, I think Washington would be very happy.
I think Washington would have to trade up to get Will Levis.
Yes. I would love to see if the Chargers could trade up to like the 30th pick, but that would really be my only extra piece there. I don't know. What do you think, Jake? You're the biggest guy on this stuff.
Honestly, I think the Cardinals could trade out at number 3. I think the Titans may move up. I think they're looking to take a quarterback. They've been doing their due diligence on quarterbacks. Let's see. I'm surprised that we didn't get more like creative with the trades, but I don't think. I mean, again, because of the way the draft is. What I was getting at with the Colts thing is if you weren't going to take a quarterback, I figured that the Colts may call up the Ravens and say, "Hey, you can have 4 for Lamar."
Mhm.
And obviously, there's a couple different things on the back end like that. But
Let's just run one of these real quick while you're talking.
go for it.
Bijan Robinson at number 3 overall.
Dude.
All right.
I wasn't gonna go the quarterback route.
Eagles to Devon Witherspoon. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a good pick.
I don't mind
Joey Porter Jr. This is likely what's going to happen.
I like that pick. I also think
there's trades.
Hold on. Go scroll back up. We had something in we had something I didn't agree with at one point. I was just like, what in the world?
Accidentally.
No, it's okay. You can resume that. We can go back. It's fine. I'm not too worried about it. There was something in our
Did I see this trade?
AJ Terrell.
in the
Terrell?
41st?
That isn't happening. That's not happening.
That would be gross, by the way, if that happened.
That's
That
not
would
happening.
be insane.
They
They move up to pick Jordan Addison for the 40. Yeah, right.
that's not, dude. That's not happening,
That would be hilarious in the past.
bro. What?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
These are
Oh my god,
wicked.
that's funny. Lucas Van Ness probably isn't lasting until 25. We also had Quentin Johnson going to the Lions. I hated that.
Why did you hate that?
Because their receiving core is already set, and they need Kalijah Cansey would have fit better. They need more defensive help, and we had them taking. Who was it? We had them taking in. We had them taking Christian Gonzalez or Tyree Wilson. I forget which one it was. It doesn't matter. But
So many things.
yeah, somebody had them taking Tyree Wilson. I think they would have gone corner with Christian Gonzalez or Devin Witherspoon at 6.
7 rounds. Oh my god.
Don't even, dude. I don't want to see this.
No, it's going to go quick. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Okay, we're going to get
Oh, there's a
But-
couple first round trades.
For the most part, I thought it was fine. Again, I don't think that the Eagles are taking linebacker in round 1. Again, historically, they don't take running back or linebacker in round 1. It's not what they do. I understand the thought process because I agree with it, but also Howie Roseman just isn't going to do that.
Well, Jake, I hope you're there for a majority of the night. If you can be, I know you have finals and stuff to do. I hope
I'm going to try to be there Thursday, at least through the Patriots pick, because I am interested in who they pick. There are also some picks I made, like the Anthony Richardson thing for the Falcons won't happen. I think it would be the smart thing if he fell to 8 for them to pick him up.
Will Levis to the Seahawks.
That
Yeah.
isn't out of the world crazy. I think if Anthony Richardson falls to 5, the Seahawks might take him.
This is not happening. They have
No.
DeAndre Swift. That's a surprise.
That's a weird pick. Miles Murphy.
This is what I like to see.
Yeah.
Jackson Smith and Jigba going to the Patriots. Let's go. That's what I want to see.
I also am unsure if Nolan Smith goes that high just because he hasn't had the production. Quentin
I love
Johnson.
that this is here. Totally possible.
I don't like that pick for them because they already have 2 bigger wide receivers. I think they need a slot
this is what
guy.
I wanted originally.
Yeah.
But,
Which I understand the thought process again because Keenan Allen can play from the slot. I think that Zay Flowers or Jalen Hyatt would make more sense for them because I think they need a burner instead of another big body guy.
Yeah,
What's that
I'm-
Vikings trade? I want to see the Vikings trade. What is that?
it was a double trade. There's like a weird like trade that happened here.
That's-
The Seahawks traded down twice.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That's so weird.
Um,
I think
Oh,
you're gonna
right.
see. I think you're gonna see.
this.
That's a good draft. I like Jack Campbell to the Patriots. I love
Okay,
Yeah.
Jonathan-
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
that. Jonathan
I
Mingo
like
at
it.
135 is nuts. Drafting 4 receivers is absolutely out of this
Yeah,
world
but that's
bonkers.
the Patriots way. 4 late round receivers and 3 late round, 1 early round. That's a Patriots
Jonathan
way.
Mingo could be that guy too. He's one of the very few bigger body receivers. Like you have Quentin Johnson, and then the next guy up is Jonathan Mingo when it comes to true X's. So
Who
Yeah.
do we think needs to have the biggest draft to have the biggest impact on their team?
I think the
Probably-
Lions could very well put
Yes.
themselves in Super Bowl contention with the right draft.
this
Running
doesn't
back,
feel like
safety.
That's
and-
not the right draft.
No, they need to draft like defense first.
If they went, Christian Gonzalez is still on the board there at 6. I'm going Christian Gonzalez there. And then Kalijah Cansey in the middle would make a lot of sense, but it's not wonderful. I would see adding edge at 18, but with the way that the corners are going to fly off the board, I think in the middle of the draft, I don't think that passing one at 6 would be a good thing.
This is fun,
Yeah.
by the way. Doing this on like quick speed, like going through the rounds, seeing what
But
happens.
I want to just see more ridiculous trades. I want.
It's fun. We'll do one more. We'll talk
I'm
about
fine
it a
with
little
that.
bit, and then we can be good to go. Unless we have anything else we want to talk about. While
I don't think so.
Mhm.
I do think Bryce Young is going first overall,
Come
so
back.
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do.
I
I saw the
Six.
Patriots trade down there, dude. I just saw the Patriots
Fun
trade down.
Fun fact:
Oh,
Will
boy.
Levis's odds are skyrocketing to first overall for some reason.
I don't get
I don't
that.
think it. I don't think it matters, but Will Levis's odds to be first overall is now plus 800, compared to plus 2200 yesterday.
That's so weird.
So I don't know what's going on, like if the Panthers are like really talking a lot to him, but I don't think it will matter.
This is likely what's going to happen, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christian
Again,
Gonzalez at third.
If the Cardinals don't trade out of that pick, which I know they are looking to do, that has to be Will Anderson Jr. or Jalen Carter. It has to be one of the two. There are a lot of people who think they might go Tyree Wilson. I don't understand why you would go Tyree Wilson when his ceiling is what Will Anderson Jr. is right now, but that's fine.
Yeah.
this feels closer to our draft because
Yeah.
you have Anthony Richard at 4, which I almost picked, or Will Levis,
Mhm.
and then you have Jalen Carter going to the Seahawks, which I did pick, and
Yeah.
that feels like a super likely if he's there. But Bijan Robinson to the
That
to
just
the
I mean, I know that they said this DeAndre Swift isn't in their long-term plans, but I don't think that means they're drafting Bijan. Like that does Devin Witherspoon to the Falcons was something I considered, but with Anthony Richardson sitting there, I thought that made too much sense.
Wow.
Will
What are
Anderson
the?
to the Eagles, they would jump for joy if he.
Bro,
Yes.
if Will Anderson drops to 10, that is almost as bad as Lucas Van Ness dropping to 27.
Oh wow.
Whoa, Mike Evans.
Yeah, okay, bro. Okay, hold on a minute. Go back to that trade. Hold on, go back to that. If this happens, the Bears have finessed the league.
Yeah, right.
What?
That's a
That
lot.
is such a. What?
Bro,
the hell?
this is stupid.
Mike Evans alone is worth the 9th pick. Let's be honest. Here.
Yeah.
The
If that
Patriots
happens,
trade
ninth
out.
and they got-
God knows why. They get the 29th and the 40th. This is a Patriots move.
I wouldn't
This is
hate
what
it. I wouldn't hate it. I don't like Miles Murphy
What do the
that
Patriots
much. So.
draft? Oh wait, the Cardinals just got a trade too. What's the Cardinals trade?
DJ Ojuari, but I think that's pretty good.
I don't love that.
No.
That's fine. At 29, you could have picked a receiver, and I would have been happy.
Hey,
With
the Chargers again. Broderick Jones makes sense. A lot of these make sense. Like these aren't super awful.
What about what's the Cardinals trade? What do the Cardinals do for this trade?
Oh my God.
Oh,
what
they
the hell?
picked they traded for DeAndre too.
Hopkins in the 34th.
Oh my! The Bears don't have a cap for those players. What?
The Bears in this sim
The
have traded for
Bears
Mike Evans
are-
and
Bears
D-Hop.
become Super Bowl
Wait.
contenders.
The
this.
Bears traded the 9th and then the 19th pick for the 50th pick, the 34th pick, Mike Evans, and DeAndre Hopkins.
Bro, if that happened in real life, you can call
insane.
Ryan Poles the best GM of all time.
That's insane.
That's
okay.
fucking hilarious.
That
That's
is
why
the
we'll look at
biggest
Oh,
pile
Dalton
of.
Kincaid at 40. That
Yeah,
would be
okay.
Why would we go
Well,
the 3 tight end route though? I don't like that. Like that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
It would be a little bit weird, but they would do
This
it.
is a
I like
great-
Josh Downs. Hendon Hooker makes no fucking sense.
wait,
Jaden Reed is good.
They keep having them 3 wide receivers.
Servicea Dennis is an absolute sleeper. Dude can ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
We also drafted a 4th tight end in there. I don't know. Jartavius Martin's pretty good. I don't know a lot about DeMarco Helms and Jason Brownlee Jr. I have no idea who that is.
Wait, what about how did the Dolphins get a first rounder?
They traded up.
That makes sense. So that was pretty cool. Any names on this list that you're like a little like weird?
Can you scroll through the positions? Just like that's fine. That's fine. I think Justin Shorter probably gets drafted. Justin Shorter's a pretty good ball player. Nothing in there that looks out of ordinary. Nothing that I can tell there. The offensive line probably not. Go to the defensive guys. No. No, that makes... I mean, Jeremy Banks should probably get drafted. I like Jeremy Banks. Nope. And then go to the special teams. I need to see kickers and punters. Because if Jake Moody's getting drafted somewhere in the 5th to 7th round.
Isn't he gross?
He's probably getting drafted by the Patriots, to be quite honest with you. And the punters, honestly, those guys can all go undrafted. And
I'll take a kicker in the 4th round again. W.
Yeah.
Other than that, no.
Where
I
did
mean,
Stetson Bennett go? Hold on. I need to see.
I need to
my
see where
boy-
Dorian Thompson-Robinson went. That's a bigger...
I need to see where my.
Okay,
boy
well, let's look
went.
for Stetson Bennett here.
that'll be in the later 5th, 6th, probably.
Wait, what about the guy you asked about? Where is he at?
Dorian Thompson-Robinson will probably be the same place. That'll be around the same area because Hendon Hooker went there. So they'll be down here in round 4, round 5. Tanner McKee went in round 4. Jaron Hall went in round 4. Not high on Jaron Hall. Clayton Tune went in round 4. He missed my top 10, so I don't love
Another
that.
tight end here.
Let's see. Keep going down.
Travius Hodgins Tomlinson.
Not the guy I'm looking for.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, that's okay.
Oh, look at that! The Rams make an appearance.
DTR to the Bucks would be scary good. I love that.
Yeah.
I do love
Wait,
that.
I really want to see. I want to see what the Rams picks are too when we get a second.
Come on, Stetson.
Where is Stetson Bennett? Malik Cunningham's awful, and why would the Bucks draft DTR and Malik? That's stupid. Jake Hayner's a W to the Raiders.
Max Duggan to the Rams. Look
That's
at
a
that.
that'd be a W, honestly. Aiden O'Connell, the Titans, is a W. Tyson Badgett, no.
Where is Stetson Bennett?
Bro, he wasn't in the quarterbacks, right? Like, I didn't miss that. No, he's.
He's
Wait,
in
I can just,
somewhere.
will this work? Jacorian Bennett.
Oh, he's all the way down there, dog.
Oh no!
PFN is not high on Stetson Bennett.
That is absolutely a joke.
535.
Absolutely a joke, but that's okay.
Here's what we'll do. We'll make sure he gets drafted real quick.
To the Texans. Give him to the Texans.
I can't drag him over, but I would.
It doesn't matter. That's funny.
Yeah.
Just resume it. Let's see. Did the
He
Texans
didn't.
draft
He
him
didn't know.
on
They
fire?
didn't pick him up. There's no way.
You never know. You never know.
That's nuts because I had Stetson Bennett as quarterback 6, but that
Wow.
is what it is.
Okay. So the next time we will see you all will be on Thursday night. We don't know the exact time we're going live, but the draft technically starts at 7 or 8.
I think it's
7.
8. Let me check.
I can just look it up as well.
You can get it on NFL Plus, right? Pretty sure.
No idea.
It should be on like ESPN.
It's gonna be. It starts at 8 a.m.
8
8 p.m. on Saturday.
8
night,
a.m.
or
It's gonna start
Thursday
8
night.
a.m.
Wow,
on
I
Thursday,
can't do
so
anything.
we'll be
there.
there.
Let's go.
So 8 p.m. on Thursday, so we will be here, and some people will be popping in and out as they have time. We're going to be watching it. We're going to be watching it real clean and real crisp, clean locks, boys. So it should be interesting. So we will see you all then. Thank you for sitting with us today and listen to us. If you listen to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you for listening. Make sure to go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to go check out our socials on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook if you're feeling spicy. Otherwise, we hope you
Don't
have a
forget
great
the
rest of your
TikTok.
week. Don't forget
Yeah,
the TikTok.
TikTok.
From TikTok. I forgot it just like Kyle did the last week. I do hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I love Kyle very dearly, even though his teams suck. And I hope you guys have